How's it going, my truant people? DrSlaking, the Slacking Doctor, back with week 5 of the UBL, and this week your Bowland Bovines are going up against SilverBeanie and his Crystal Palossands. Now, things may look a little different. I did get a new computer. I have to give a huge thank you to my man SilverBeanie for being so good at scheduling tonight. I had to go and drive to pick up the computer, about a 70-mile round trip from the depot because it couldn't get delivered today because I've started a new job, hence the smart attire. But yes, thank you to him for being so good at scheduling. We should be connecting right now. That's why I've started introing. Like, I didn't plan to have a long intro this one like some of the others. I planned to get straight in. But anyway, I haven't done a team builder. I've just realised as well. Will I record that before? Maybe. If you saw a team builder, then you saw a team builder. No, you won't have done. I won't have done one. I'm going to run you through the team at team preview. It's fine. So, anyway, we are currently sitting a record of 4-0. Unfortunately, our opponent last week, Frosted, had to forfeit. Just one of those things. She had a lot going on. It's very understandable, moving house, everything else. It's tough, but obviously, I mean, it's no bad thing for us. So, other than that, if the setup's not great, I apologise. I did it in a rush. You can see the box there that the computer came in. I literally unpacked it. It's supposed to be a 2-monitor setup. It isn't. It's a whole thing. So, let's check his team. I don't have my envelope to write things down. I have a pen to write down his team. I have an envelope. It's fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I can work on it. So, basically, the only defog he's got is Weezing and Conch. Yeah, he's got decent defog. No Obstagoon is clutch. So, what we're trying to win with here is Trick Room Reuniclus with yeah, basically max special attack, life orb, magic guard. So we want to hazard stack and break through as much as we can, but honestly, Reuniclus would just be great if we break through a lot of his team. It's as simple as that. So he does have good defoggers with him. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't, but he does. But you know, that's life. That's fine. I was kind of hoping the Weezing wouldn't come, to be honest. I thought the Weezing wouldn't come and Conch would be his only form of removal. And there was a decent chance that Conch wouldn't have removal on it, and so we could just like hazard stack the hell out of him, and then ride on Weezing. I know there was also a Galvantula, and I know there was also a Conkelda, and I think there was one more thing. 2, 4, 5. No Chandelure either. So, what's this? Alright, so, do I care about webs that much? I can spin them away. Do I care about webs that much against his team? Let me have a look at exactly what he brought. Flygon is the final thing. So, in terms of how much I care about webs, is it worth a taunt? I think it's worth a taunt. If he volt switches... this seems super wasteful if he volt switches. I can spin. I don't want to spin. I'm going to taunt. I don't want webs. I don't want webs. If he volt switches, then, you know, fine. I really don't want webs. I'd rather play this game without my spikes than with webs on the field, I think. Just because, so... run you through my team quickly so you guys have an idea. I haven't done a team builder because, I mean, I didn't have a computer until just before this battle, but I did try recording one on the old computer, and that's how I found out it was dead. Also, huge thank you to Mid Poker Master for genning my team. Anyway, back to relevant things. We have Sash, Lead, Yuki. This is how we've been running Frost Lass. This format, pre-home, has very few defoggers. We're going to abuse that. Anyway, hopefully we catch him going for a sticky web. Please sticky web here. Please sticky web. Show me that web. Don't show me anything else. That's fine. That's fine. That doesn't even two-shot. No reveal of an item on him. I'm going to get a spike up, and if I go down, I go down. I will take it. Potentially trying to predict the Excadrill and just not wanting to let me get it in for free. If this goes down, what am I going to revenge kill this thing with? So we have Choice Band, Excadrill, Mold Breaker. He has his no flying type on his team. His only ground immunity is the Weezing if it's Levitate. So we're going to abuse that. Also things like Flame Orb, Milotic. They don't want to take an Earthquake, Banded Earthquake, because that Flame Orb isn't going to help. Marvel Scale is going to get completely ignored by Mold Breaker, and that's something that a lot of people forget when they're playing this game. So there's a good chance. I'm looking at my phone now, not because I'm rude, but because I have my calcs on it. And I haven't got everything fully sorted, so let me just do that. There we go. So it's only showing custom sets. I'm just going to also double check my Discord to make sure he hasn't sent me anything saying, holy crap, we can't play, my thing's gone horribly wrong. No. Oh, but my good luck have fun message didn't send to him until just now, so I apologise for that if he's watching, which he probably isn't. He's probably just going to thunder here. As you've also just said, we might even live this, maybe? We do tank that. And we outspeed everything else in his team, so unless he goes into something with priority, he's going to be in a really tough spot here. Priority would be like Mac, Punch, Conkelda, can't touch us. Potential Bullet Punch on Conk, I think. Maybe. I guess Bullet Punch. I don't know. Anyway, yes, we're trying to wall break with Banded Excadrill. Then we've got a Shuka, Berry, Sword Stance, Toxicroak. That thing hopefully can set up and blow through Rhydon and a couple of his other things. It does have Sucker Punch on there to do a lot to Flygon. We also have a Rocky Helmet, Fizz-Def, Whimsicott. The idea being things like Obstagoon and Conkelda, they're a bit of a problem. We can just pivot in on them and get them chipped down. Really, the main thing here, not seeing Obstagoon was huge, because if our late game is to Trick Room up with Reuniclus and click Psychic as many times as we can, we lose Trick Room turns if he predicts and goes into the Obstagoon, but more crucially, to kill the Obstagoon, we have to land a Focus Blast, and he could potentially position around it very carefully by using Obstagoon to pivot in and stuff. So, he could just go for a Defog here, but then I could taunt him the next turn and get another layer up, so I don't think that's his play. I think my play is just to spike again, let him knock me out, then go into Drill and claim a KO, because I'm pretty sure if I go into Drill afterwards, something's dying. So I'm going to spike again. If he wants to defog, then I'll always get one layer up, and at some point he has to KO me, so fine. But more importantly, does that matter? Does this KO me? I'm going to taunt him now to make sure that he can't get off a defog. I've got 2 layers up. That seems sufficient. I really don't care about this thing, so 2 layers seems good. I'm just going to get the taunt off, no defog, because if I spike again here going for the 3rd layer and he defogs, then I lose all my layers of spikes and I die to burn damage. That's the only thing I could think really that he could benefit from this if I misplay around it. So yeah, I think my best play is just to make sure that my 2 layers stay up, not get too greedy. I could Shadow Ball for damage, but as I say, like Drill's just going to come in and say, sack something. And then that's going to bring out the Flygon, which arguably I have a pretty easy pivot into with Whimsicott, unless he wants to start making reads. So he's actually neutralizing gas as well. So we actually get this taunt off, which is really nice. Stop this thing from going for a Stealth Rock on me. So this thing I probably don't one-shot with much, which is not ideal. It's not ideal at all. Energy Ball might. I might just go into this in Energy Ball. How useful is this thing still? It's still kind of useful, but like that seems more useful. What would be bad here? He didn't bring the Ferrothorn. I thought the Ferrothorn would come for sure. Do you know what would be better actually? Is if I just calc my I definitely don't want to use Drill. I don't think even Banded Drill one-hit KOs a Rhydon, I'm pretty sure, because Rhydon is just so tanky. Although it has come in on 2 layers of spikes, but how much do I do? I do 71 to 84. No. So how much does my Toxicroak do? 33 to 40. Wow! Wow, that's not great. But we Drain Punch it all back the next turn, so I hope I got that in time. No, I didn't get it in time! This is why we don't calc. Man, we might kill. He might switch out. He's probably going to switch out. I'm just going to go for it. I know this is fast and loose right now, but I would have preferred to go into Toxicroak, but I don't think Toxicroak was going to do the business either, truth be told. So I'm just going to go in this, click Earthquake. If anything, this is the thing that he might have the most kind of switch-ins for, that he might think, hey, I can switch in on this anyway. So that maybe not such a bad thing. He might pivot out here and then have to switch in on spikes later. But yeah, losing my primary wall breaker like this is bad. And I could just go straight into Wims, but Wims is still really useful. So I think I'm just better going for the damage roll because I cocked up. Yeah, because I cocked up. And he might be like, he's probably Shooker, right? He might overpredict it too. But yeah, I think we're about to die and lose our primary wall breaker in this game, which means I'm going to have to play a little bit smarter. Yeah, we're dead. So, unless we get this roll, we don't get this roll. So, that was just me, you know, misplaying, but it's fine, it happens. We throw away literally the team the mon that against this team goes crazy against this team, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world. So I can go into Storm here and potentially just attack, but like that lets in the Weezing really free, and that thing can defog. I don't like that. So instead, I'm just going to go into this thing. Weezing doesn't come in for free on me. Galvantula does not come in for free on me. Milotic doesn't really touch me. So this feels like a very free Drain Punch. This thing can now wall break. We're just going to have to play it differently. If Conkelda wants to come in, he can try. It can try. I'm very bulky on this Toxicroak. I'm very, very bulky. I can't believe I timed out. I swear I got that in time. Like, I swear I pressed that button in time. So, that sucks for sure. But this is one of the things that could take a hit from Reuniclus, and we've got to keep our win con in mind. Like, it's not the end of the world. It isn't game-breaking for us. It's just, yeah, that was our most useful piece that I just tossed off and being too slow with the calc. But then maybe I would have lost Toxicroak anyway. And that would have been equally as annoying. Maybe I should have Shadow Balled on the switching. Nah, Taunt was still the right play to stop the defog. I keep my spikes up this way. He doesn't like coming on spikes. He has neutralizing gas on Weezing, so it isn't immune to the spikes, so it is going to take spikes chip. So long term, those spikes are probably still the play in terms of servicing our Reuniclus endgame. And I've just got to keep that in mind. So Rhydon goes 1 and 1. Poor Drill's stats just dropped. Drill was like one of my MVPs so far. I just went 0 and 1 because I timed out. Maybe no, I probably would have just gone Wims. I wonder what Wims would even do to this thing on an engine. No, because they're not like in Weezing. I didn't want to do that either. Yeah, Wims wouldn't have done that much more anyway. So this thing comes out. Super interesting. I'm bulky enough to like tank a hit from this thing, but I wonder if I need to. I wonder if I can just Sucker Punch here into a Galvantula. If I knew my calcs better, we wouldn't be doing this, but I don't. So here we are, wasting time. I probably should have calced this while he was picking which one to send out, but I didn't. So let's see. Second 2 layers of spikes. My Sucker Punch is doing 39 to 46. That means a double, I'm doing like 80% min. My Gunk Shot is doing how much? Because I kind of want to SD. Nah, my Gunk Shot's just straight up obliterating it. I'm just going to Gunk Shot. I got a Lander Gunk Shot, which is why I kind of want to SD and Sucker. But, you know, that's fine. That's fine. Sticky Webs go down now, but really the main thing I didn't want getting Sticky Webbed was Drill. So, I'll just take this KO. I kind of wish I'd Swords Dance, because I could have Swords Danced twice, and then we could have gone to town, but that's not a play that I needed to make. I didn't need to be that aggressive, predicting the webs. So we'll take that. We'll take that 2 for Toxicroak, as Galvantula goes down 0 for 1. He's got a tough choice now. What does he go into here? So he does go into the Flygon. Now remember, I am Sugarberry. So how much do we do? Obviously this thing is not taking any chip, but this thing isn't too much of a threat to my endgame, which is nice. So Flygon. We do not a whole lot, but I'm just wondering whether it's worth the chip or whether it's worth preserving and just going into Whimsicott. Let's see. We do 48. If I just Drain Punch. If I Drain Punch, we get to scout what moves he locks into. I'm going to get a ton of recovery back off that's damage anyway, as he does just go for the Earthquake. We don't know if he's Scarf or what he is right now, so this is just good damage. That's the way I can see it. Yeah, Because Psychic probably wouldn't OHKO from Reuniclus, so now we've put him in potential Psychic OHKO range. And we get a lot of that back. Look, we're tanky. We've still got quite a lot of health there. We can potentially come in on a Scold later from Milotic still, and get health back. And we can also potentially still come in on a Muck Punch from Conkeldurr and maybe take 2 of those and be able to get a big gunk shot off into Conkeldurr. So yeah, I think that was our best option there. And if he'd gone for like some kind of hard read like Iron Tail, and he had been Scarfed, then we would have just been able to Drain Punch twice, and we would have been in a really good spot. So I think that was just our optimal play. I don't want to lose Toxicroak. If I'd gone Swords Dance Sucker Punch, for example, I could maybe have kept Toxicroak around. But man, if I had Swords Dance twice on that Galvantula, we could have potentially Sucker Punched through his team. We could potentially have swept right there and then, which would have been very hard for him to deal with. Let's see what he has on this thing. Does he have anything teched on for the Whimsicott? If he does, he'll have to go for it now, but I'm not too concerned. I could just U-turn here. I don't think that's worth, because if he's not going to want to defog now, because he's going to remove webs if he defogs. So what is his switch into me right now? It's the Weezing, and the Weezing just lets in my Gigalith, and I like that. So I think I'm just going to go for the Moonblast, and then I can U-turn on the Weezing. Yeah, he does switch, so he's probably Scarf. Probably Choice Locked in some way, not wanting to go for the Iron Tail or anything like that as this thing comes out. I think we'll still outspeed this. I'm not going to calc that, but I think we'll still outspeed this. We get some chip on this. Why didn't he take Spikes damage? Is he Heavy Duty Boots? Oh, he's on a balloon. He's on a balloon. I missed that. Oh, that's cool tech. That's cool tech, running the balloon. I missed that early on in the game. That you guys would have seen that information, and I would have, if he'd stayed in with this and I'd gone into Drill trying to Earthquake it, you guys would have been pulling your hair out. I'm sure a few of you were watching, like, what is he doing? Trying to revenge kill this Weezing with the Excadrill, saying it's going to get a kill. It's not going to get a kill. I completely missed that information. So that's really clutch. Balloon. But we've got a really nice chip on Flygon. If we can get rocks up, like, that's going to help a little bit. Not a ton, but a little bit. Yeah, I think we're looking in a pretty good spot. I'm just going to go out to Jigalith. I don't see any reason not to. Milotic, that's going to take a lot of hazards. Chip. Milotic's the thing I need chip on now, because like Conkeldurr, Weezing, and Flygon are all going to die to Reuniclus. So we're nearly at that end game point. We're nearly positioned for that. Obviously, I'm going to have to set it up on something. Maybe a Flygon clicking Earthquake or Iron Tail or something like that. Maybe Milotic, maybe I'll set the Trick Room up on Milotic. I did not even look at what he went for, but from the fact we're poisoned, I'm going to say Sludge Bomb, which is fine. Am I not Sandstream? Neutralizing Gas, of course. I was like, mid, we need to have words. And I was like, wait, I checked my sets, there's no way. I'm going to get him up, I'm going to get rocks up. If he wants to defog away the webs, then he can do that, but I don't think he wants to. I don't even think he has defog necessarily, so I'm just gonna rock up. If you're looking at the set and thinking, why does he have Iron Defense Body Press? It looked as though his potential switch into me would be the Ferrothorn, so I would be able to just beat the Ferrothorn by Iron Defensing up and then Body Pressing through it, and this thing could potentially be a Wall Breaker. This set was supposed to kind of have a twofold effect. So I'm expecting the Conkeldurr to probably come in here. I would love to make a big double into Whimsicott predicting that. But truth be told, I don't think Whimsicott would necessarily even kill yet. I think I need to get around a Rocky Helmet on it first. Yeah, probably need to get around Rocky Helmet on it after the spikes, which sucks, but I probably do. So I think what I'm going to do is he withdraws. I'm expecting this to be Conkeldurr. My Sandstream gets up. So if he's Flame Orb, he's going to take 2 layers of spikes. He's going to take Sandstorm Chip. And he's going to take Lavender. What's Lavender? Oh, it's the Milotic. Interesting. Didn't expect that. I got very easy play out into Nivea. Got a very easy play out into my Dry Skin Toxicroak right now. This is why Toxicroak is pretty nice on sand teams, because of that little water weakness you build up that you're going to be bringing most weeks. You add that Dry Skin on there and it's pretty cool. So we see my leftovers going. We don't see a Flame Orb activate, but we do see him take some chip. So what item is he then? Oh, there we go. The Flame Orb goes last. Okay. Alright, alright. like I say, this is a very easy switch for me. If he wants to Ice Beam and stuff, fine. But I can potentially just set up on him, Drain Punch him down, whatever. Potentially if I set up now, like, it's going to put him in a really bad spot, actually. We might even be able to just win this game with Croak if he's not careful. So he might have the haze. I don't know. And honestly, like, Excadrill was supposed to break this thing. Like, I was supposed to bait this thing in when it got his Flame Orb activated and plow through it with Drill. With the Mold Breaker catching him off guard. But it seems like he was pretty prepped for the Mold Breaker Drill, actually, with a Balloon neutralizing Gas Weezing. Like, that's a man who's prepared. I guess he was trying to, yeah, just make sure that he didn't lose to any Drill variant whatsoever. He does go for the Ice Beam. He doesn't make the Skull play. But this won't do too much. Yeah, we're really bulky. And he's getting chipped down. We are too, but can we take another? Even if we can't, like, we can probably set up Trick Room on this thing. I don't think we can break it yet. I don't think we've got the strength yet to break it. I'm just going to Swords Dance. If he chooses to keep attacking, then... Wow, he's faster than it? Oh, Sticky Web. I'm a fool. I'm playing loose tonight. Damn. We're going to go down to Sand. That's really bad. I should have taken a Drain Punch damage. That's really bad. I am playing so loose tonight. Man, I think we're going to lose again if I'm not careful. I've got to play this very carefully now. This thing is getting chipped down, which is incredible for me. But I need to be super, super careful. So, a Trick Room just lets him recover. An Energy Ball doesn't. I don't think it KOs either, though. Honestly, I don't think this kills, but... like, I don't have another play, really. I wish I had Encore. And he might fear that. If I had Encore over Tailwind, we'd be in a really good spot. Yeah. That would be so much better, because I could potentially just stall this thing out, force him out, get my Trick Room up so that I would outspeed him the next time he came in on hazards and stuff. This is definitely less than ideal. But you know what? This might do more than 50%. He might not be able to recover this off. With Sand Chip, with Burn Chip, I doubt he can recover this off, actually. We might be okay. And what does he really switch in at this point? Weezing? If he switches in Weezing, I can probably go hard Reuniclus. Or I can actually just sack this. Get Reuniclus in and go for game? Question mark. I think I need to start going for game soon, because... otherwise, I'm not going to have the turns, and I'm not going to have the setup opportunity, and I'm not going to have the chip on everything. So, Flygon's chipped down, Milotic's chipped down, Weezing's chipped down, Conkeldurr's at full, but has to come in on Sand, has to come in on 2 layers of spikes. I'm Life Orb Reuniclus, which is my higher base power move, Energy Ball or Moonblast. Moonblast 95, there you go. So, I'm just going to Moonblast. Hopefully he just goes for the KO here with the Sludge Bomb. That'll give me my Trick Room. And then I'm going to go for game. I don't feel like the special attack drop's nice. That's pretty nice. But I don't think it'd matter that much. I feel like I haven't played this game very well. I'll be honest. I feel like I've been playing a little bit loose, a little bit sloppy. Not going to make excuses, but I'm about to make an excuse. I have this week started my first full-time job and I'm knackered. But that's no excuse, really. Like, I should play better. These plays just haven't been... Not noticing things like Air Balloon, forgetting about Sticky Web making Milotic faster than me because I'm Min Speed Toxicroak. Like, these are very, very poor plays by me, and I'll be the first to acknowledge that. So, if he has Taunt here, I don't even know if this thing gets Taunt, but if he has Taunt here, then bravo. That's pretty shit hot, but I don't know. He's probably feeling pretty good right now. He's probably feeling like this is about game, but we're going to have a few turns of Trick Room where I'm hoping we can just KO everything, just spam Psychic and just KO everything. This is going to be tough. I wish I hadn't had sack Wims, because Wims could have maybe picked off any last survivors. But I had to sack Wims. If he keeps something like the Flygon till the end, maybe he can do it with that. But yeah, I had to let the Wims go because I couldn't go into Gigalith, this thing potentially switch out into Milotic again or something like that. Maybe I could have done that. Maybe I could have saved Wims. I don't know. This feels like the right play to me, though. Don't flinch, please. Don't flinch, please. This is going to do 0, because I'm max HP. Alright, this is good. Now we spam Psychic a few times. So, I forgot to write down some KOs here. My Lotic killed my Toxicroak. What even... Did he just... He didn't time out. That was never an... Was it? I don't know what just happened. I am going to contact my opponent, but if that was the end of the game, GG to him. If he timed out, GG to him. If he just forfeit because the game was over, I suspect it probably was, to be frank. I think Rewt just swept, depending on like some sets and stuff. What happened? Did your timer run out? I need to check the recording back. I mean, you guys can just skip back a few seconds and see his timer in the top right if it ran out. Oh, he says his timer ran out. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, GG's my opponent. I'm going to go speak to him now, but this should be the end of the recording. I think Rewt would have won from that point onwards. I'll double check that with him, but you guys can check his side. Please do check his side, and you can find out what his sets were, and you can figure it out. I'm life orb, max special attack Rewt. I'm pretty sure we kill the Milotic in one hit after spikes when it comes back in. We kill the Flygon in one hit for sure. We kill the Conkeldurr is the only thing that can possibly take one hit. We kill Weezing. That's his last 4 mons. We get 4 turns of Trick Room, unless he had Protect. And we could probably set Trick Room up on any one of those mons again. In fact, we could have done. So, I think that was game. I think that was game. But, I'll talk to him now. Anyway, GG to my opponent. I don't know how the KOs work. I feel bad for Rewt, man. That thing was about to go off, about to get 4 kills. But I didn't play that game as well as I should have done. Luckily, my build was very solid, and I had the win con on Rewt, and my opponent timed out, I guess. But next week we've taken on AutoMatthic, who's someone who's I've known for a little while now, runs the website and everything, commissioner of the UBL, but never got to battle, so very excited for that. Anyway, I'm going to go talk to my man SilverBeanie. Thank you so much for living around with me, guys, and I'll catch you again next time.